you're a 20 goal scorer now. I mean, you've obviously improved as a player here in Buffalo. How do you look back at the whole thing, maybe as a team and for yourself?
Yeah, obviously a frustrating year as a group. I think we had a little bit higher expectations for the team, and it sucks meet those. And I think we obviously the goal is to make the playoffs, and when you don't do that, it's a pretty frustrating way to end the season. But um, just about my own game, I think I took some good steps this year. Nice to get that 20th last night, but yeah, I think it was playing with a lot more confidence and kind of got to grow into my role a bit more, so that was nice.
Ryan, you mentioned the 20th. I mean, coming from Edmonton, that was the question. You didn't know how much offense you were going to produce because Edmonton, of course, had other players to put the puck in the net. So when you get that 20th goal and just your season in general, being a 50-point guy, what have you in 1 year kind of shown yourself and shown the team, and what's the ceiling for you in that area?
Yeah, I think not really too sure what the ceiling is yet. I think I still have a lot of more offense I could add to my game, and I think over the summer I'm going to work on that. I'm not really too sure what the ceiling will be, but I think it was a good step forward.
Obviously, you guys as a group aren't short on talent. So, in your view, what is missing to close the gap?
Um, Playing on Edmonton, they had a lot of talent too in a lot of those years, and before I was there, they would miss the playoffs a couple of years, and I think what you kind of find is, winning's hard in this league. Winning on a consistent basis is really hard, and once you kind of learn, the ways to win and you kind of do all the little things, and how much you got to sacrifice in certain areas to kind of get to the postseason. It's kind of just a learning thing. You just got to go through all the years of missing the playoffs. Obviously here it's been more years than we were hoping, but it takes time to build, right?
Some of these guys have been here for 5-7 years, and they haven't experienced the playoffs yet. So as you're going through the ups and downs of the season, as somebody who has a lot of playoff experience, how can you help them through maybe some of the doubt that can creep in, and how to manage the emotions that come with that adversity?
Yeah, it's obviously tough. When you go on a losing streak, you kind of you start to lose a little bit of hope. But I think in the playoffs and early in the season, you kind of talk about being even keel all year long, never too high, never too low. So I think kind of you got to come in every day and try to be the best version of yourself and best player. And I think you can kind of flush out the day before in the past. It kind of helps you just go in with a fresh mindset every day to go out there and try and win a hockey game.
Ryan, what kind of season did you envision for yourself personally? Did you see a 20-goal season coming? Did you see this kind of offensive breakout coming? Like what did you see? Like what kind of goals did you set for yourself?
I just want to come over and play good hockey. I think I wanted to help them win more games and be a piece that was going to grow with this team. So I didn't really set too many goals. Just kind of just gonna almost let it ride and see what happened. But I'm happy with how it worked out.
I have a two-part question. It seemed like for a while you were all over the lineup. You were a center, you were a wing, you were playing with everybody. And it seemed like once they got you settled somewhere is kind of when you started really, really getting going. Did you need that just to maybe settle into a role somewhere that kind of help you elevate your game? And my second part of the question is, as you talk to Lindy now and you go to the off season, what kind of things does he want you to work on in the summertime here to bring in October?
Yeah, I think it's obviously probably easier when you get some chemistry with some guys, but I like thinking of myself as a versatile player. So center or wing or whoever I'm playing with, I should be able to do my best. But yeah. I think it just kind of goes the way our season went. It's just frustrating. I think everyone really wanted to have a big year and take bigger steps, and we kind of fell a little short there. So it's frustrating.
Ryan, you're an RFA this summer. Have you kind of started to picture yourself here long term, or what's kind of your mindset going into a contract summer here?
Yeah, I mean, I love those guys in that locker room. It's obviously a frustrating season, but I think we had a ton of fun and. I made some really good relationships, and then I'd love to be back here and be here for a while and help us take that next step and making the playoffs and doing something special here. So, yeah, kind of just getting into the thought of that. But, I love it here. Perfect.